Hi everyone, Liane here. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for using the Atlas Stationers discount code Liane10, and because of your support, I am able to provide this unboxing and overview of this delightful pen. It is the Pilot Custom 743 in the color verdigris, and I am absolutely enjoying this pen. In addition to the unboxing, I'm going to provide an overview of this pen in addition to a quick comparison with a custom 823 because I was curious to know what the differences were between the two, and so what I've found I will share with you. I'll also provide a writing sample at the end, and I think I really did a great job with pairing this pen with a gorgeous ink, and also provide some thoughts on this pen as well at the end. So as we take a closer look at this pen, you're probably wondering, well, what is so special about this particular pen? Well, the Pilot Custom 743 has been widely available in Japan and in other parts of the world, but here in the United States, it just became available to us about a couple months ago. And this particular model, the verdigris color, just came out a month ago. And what's great about it is that it uses a cartridge converter using the Pilot Con 70. And what's fun about it too is that you can also use the proprietary Iroshizuku ink cartridges, which makes it more affordable to try out the Iroshizuku line of inks without having to commit to those full bottles. So I'm taking a couple of pens to do a size comparison, and on the left is the Kaweco Aluminum Sport, and on the right is the Lamy All-Star. And when it's capped, you can see that the Custom 743 is the largest. And here I am posting each of the pens. And you can see when they're all posted that the Lamy All-Star is definitely the largest out of the three, followed by the Custom 743, and then of course the classic Aluminum Sport. And as we take a closer look at the nibs, the Pilot Custom 743 is a number 6 size nib. In Pilot speak, it would be a number 15 size nib. You could see that it's quite a bit larger than the Kaweco Aluminum Sport and the Lamy All-Star. I also wanted to point out that the Custom 743 has a 14 karat gold nib, whereas the other two are stainless steel nibs. Here I have the Custom 743 and the 823 side by side. And as you can see, they look very similar, both cigar shaped with gold detailing. And I'm pointing at the differences, which is that their barrel, the finial on the barrel is slightly different. Reason being that the 823 requires you to unscrew that finial in order to employ the vacuum filling mechanism, whereas the Custom 743 doesn't have that unscrew or screwing feature because you use the ink cartridge or the cartridge converter. And as you can see, the nibs are exactly the same, 14 karat gold in the Pilot number 15 size nib, otherwise known as like a universal number 6 nib. It may be hard to detect on screen, but while they're both made of resin, the 823 is a little bit more translucent, whereas the 743 is opaque. The ink that I decided to pair with the 743 is Colorverse's Green Goddess, and as you can tell from the label, it is inspired by the Statue of Liberty. Fun fact about the color verdigris is that it is supposed to be the color of the patina that develops on copper, bronze, and brass. And you may or may not know that the Statue of Liberty is made out of copper. And when it was originally dedicated in the late 1800s, it was a dull copper sort of color. It wasn't until over time that through oxidation that the Statue of Liberty turned into the color that it is today. As I'm filling up the pen with the ink, you could see that the Pilot Con 70 is a sort of converter where you press the button. You press it a few times in order to drop the ink. So for my writing sample, I'm taking my Hobonichi plain A5 notebook, and right away I notice how buttery smooth this writer is. It doesn't really have the sort of feedback that other pens are known for, but I just noticed the ease. It's really easy to write with this pen. I really enjoy the grip section. I like how the pen feels in my hand. It feels very well balanced, and as you can tell, I like to use this pen with it unposted. And I tend to hold the cap in my left hand as I write. So some thoughts about this pen as I finish this writing sample. First of all, this is a color that I don't have in my collection. Also, this verdigris color is a departure for Pilot in their custom line of pens as well. So it is a fun addition to my collection. I love that I can be able to change out inks. The ink supply, or rather the ink capacity, is 1.1 milliliters in the Con 70 versus the 823, which has almost double. Maybe it's like 2.5 milliliters. So I imagine that I will use this pen more to experiment with different inks, to be able to try all the different Iroshizuku ink cartridges, because there are many, many beautiful inks in their collection that I have yet to try. I think this pen would be a good fit for those of you who already enjoy the writing feel, the quality of the Pilot Custom 823, but would like to be able to experiment and play with inks a little bit more nimbly. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and overview. Please feel free to leave any comments below with any questions, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!